Hey, what's going on, everyone? Bass here. Happy Sunday to everyone watching. Hope everyone has had a great weekend so far. So day 10 of Packers training camp has just finished. Today was a very light practice, a jog through and inside the Don Hutson Center due to rain. Matt LaFleur said the guys needed more rest, hence the very short and light practice today. But I do have a few highlights to react to and break down from the beginning portion of today's practice, and I will have videos like this every single day of Packers training camp. So if that interests you and you are new here, please consider going down, clicking the subscribe button, as well as turning on post notifications to not miss any of these videos. Also, I do source all of these clips on Twitter, so the respective owners will be down in the description below. All right, so let's bring up the screen and get into the first clip. This is a rehab clip. We have Robert Tonyan, Mason Crosby doing a ladder drill, which I don't think I have ever seen. More importantly, Christian Watson. He is in the rehab group, and Mason Crosby as well for the first time since being on the PUP. So good to see Christian Watson out here going through the rehab group. Probably means he's closer to returning. We can finally get to see him. There's Tonyan again. Again, Crosby going through the ladder. This is pretty funny. And then Christian Watson, who looks good. He does look good here. He looks quick. Doesn't look like that knee's bothering him at all. And obviously, Romeo Doubs, having such a good couple weeks of training camp, and then Samori Toure during family nights kind of, shadowed the fact that Christian Watson, hasn't even practiced yet. But I'm super excited for him to finally get on the field, especially considering Romeo Doubs has done so much already. Adding someone like Christian Watson, seeing what he's got, super excited for that. And in other injury news today, cornerback Kayshawn Dixon there, number 25 there, was activated off the NFI list today. Really nice to get him back. He's a Basaraski guy. He's a core special teams guy, and I think he will be making this roster. Now even more so that he is finally back, which is really good to see. The Packers signed a lot of guys and have a lot of guys on this roster that could be really good core special teamers. 3 of which are Basashi's guys, and Rico Gafford, Donald Levitt, Kayshawn Dixon, all of which could make this roster just for special teams. So I was kind of wondering when he would come back. He is back today. Did practice in full. Really nice to see that. Just need to keep practicing, getting that special teams unit better, and it already has been with Rich Bisaccia just being in the building. And here we have some clips of the wide receivers catching some balls. Juwan Winfrey there, and then we have Amari Rodgers, who had a nice night of family night practice. And I believe that's Malik Taylor. So Malik Taylor out here getting some work in, too. He's on the injury with, I think, a shoulder. And then there's Samori Toure, who, of course, had that really nice practice Friday night. And then Sammy Watkins. I'm really interested to see how many receivers the Packers keep. This is going to be, a hard cut down for wide receiver. There's a lot of talented guys in this room. There's 7 or 8 guys that theoretically, you would sit here and say, hey, they should make this 53-man roster. I mean, Juwan Winfrey, dude's been good in training camp. Samori Toure had, like I said, a really nice night Friday night. Samori Toure right now would be the 7th wide receiver because the first 6, in my opinion, are pretty much locks. Lazard, Cobb, Watson, Dubs, Amari Rodgers. So will they keep 7? I don't know. Gutekunst did keep 8 his first year as a GM, but that was under Mike McCarthy. Matt LaFleur's never kept more than, I think, 6 wide receivers. So we'll see what happens. I think there's a lot of talent here. Super excited for this wide receiver room going forward. We'll see how many guys they end up keeping come regular season week 1. And speaking of Amari Rodgers, quick clip of him here catching a ball. He does look a lot lighter, and I know that's kind of the story of the offseason with him is that he did lose a lot of weight. He's looking quicker, more dynamic, and I agree. He looks a lot lighter. I liked what I saw family night from him. Really nice deep out route on Shamar Jean-Charles, separated from Jean-Charles, 2 hands on the ball, caught the ball outside of his body, kept both feet in. I liked what I saw even in the punt return game, and he's still been getting reps at punt return with Romeo Doubs and Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb had a veteran rest day today. But I know a lot of people have that sour taste in their mouth from Amari Rodgers last year on special teams, and I get it. But the dude will progress. He will be a better player. And if he is our best option at punt return and shows that in practice, preseason, and all that, then I'm okay with that. And here is Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love doing some warm-up throws. And the word around 1265 Lombardi is that they are extremely impressed with Jordan Love so far this training camp and this offseason. He's been very impressive. It seems like he's taken a big step from last year. Really excited to see him hopefully get a full preseason. Obviously the preseason canceled by COVID, and then last year he got hurt. I want to see a lot of Jordan Love this preseason. I don't think we need to have Aaron Rodgers play at all. I don't think he should. I think we'll be okay. I think Jordan Love should be getting 3+ quarters every single preseason game, and I think that's what we will get. Really hyped to see him with all these new wide receivers, how they mesh, who he begins to create rapport with. He's been going to Samori Touré's way a lot during this training camp, so I expect that to continue in preseason. But overall, he looks a lot better, making better decisions. His release looks even better. In general, just really nice to see him, really slinging the ball out here. And then for the last clip, we have Eric Stokes and Adrian Amos both doing a back pedal, then break onto the ball drill here for the defensive backs. And I know a lot of people have been a little bit concerned with Eric Stokes. He's been getting beat a decent bit in training camp, and they're like, oh, is he regressing? If you guys remember the last training camp, and yeah, it was against Devonta Adams, but other receivers beat him too. Everyone was so worried about Eric Stokes in training camp. Oh, he's getting beat. He's getting beat in the 1v1s. The 1v1s favor the wide receivers. It's super hard to be a cornerback in a 1v1 and cover these wide receivers. In a real game, you're going to have help. You're going to have pressure on the quarterback. It's super hard to be a defensive back in the 1v1s. I have no worry for Eric Stokes. Like I said, last year he didn't do too well in training camp, and everyone was like, oh, is he already going to be, a first-round rookie that doesn't play well? And we saw what he did. Had a wonderful rookie season as a cornerback, probably the best rookie cornerback last year, and he was, I think, the 5th selected. So he had a really nice year. Big things coming from this defensive backfield. Eric Stokes, Rasul Douglas, Jair Alexander, Shamar Jean-Charles, Adrian Amos, and Darnell Savage. And speaking of Darnell Savage, we saw he did suffer a hamstring injury at family night. He had ice on it, stepped out of practice, didn't practice after that, was held out. Matt LaFleur said today it's nothing long-term. They're not concerned about it. Obviously they're going to keep him out a little bit. It's precautionary. Hamstrings can flare back up, so he'll probably be out a few days to a week, but nothing long-term, which is really good. And I do believe that was the only injury that came out of family night, so that's also very good as well. But those are all the clips I have from day 10 of Packers training camp. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please leave a like down below. It supports my channel a ton. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.